Dynasties, are they good or bad for business?
They're great for business. And if you chart the history of the NFL, it went Packers, then the Steelers had their dynasty, then the Niners had theirs, and the Cowboys, then the Patriots, and now the Chiefs. And it's good to have that team on top of the mountain that everyone's hunting for and going for because it defines the generation. You always either have the team that everyone's rooting for or you have the team everyone's rooting against, and you're either very much on one side or the other. There's really no in between, and I think having that villain is good. Right now, I don't know the villain in the NBA. You say the Oklahoma City Thunder, that to me, as an impartial outside that sport, like, yeah, they're a nice young team. I would never think of them as like, oh, the mighty Thunder.
That's it right there. And that's when people are talking about the NBA and the sizzle and everything like that, where the Final Four of teams that haven't won in 30 years and the other two haven't won ever. You always have to have that one evil empire. Look at the Dodgers. The Dodgers haven't won every World Series, but they become the evil empire. You love to beat them. It means more when you knock them out. I do think super teams and dynasties are valuable to pro sports because every year there's somebody that you either hate or you want to see lose or you love seeing win. And when you have that, casual fans come in because they already know those teams. They recognize those names, and I think there is some more emotion in
Bart, you use a quote, and I use it all the time now, and you were the first one who started using it regularly here. It's one of my favorite things. You either die a hero or live long enough to be the villain. The Chiefs were the most beloved team in football, right? Oh, young Patrick Mahomes, he's so great.
Andy Reid, lovable.
He's so lovable. Big jolly Andy Reid, Travis Kelce. All of a sudden now the world hates them.
Sick of the Chiefs.
Yes. Because it goes around that way.
Love you, Taylor.
There is something to be said for that.
Well, yeah, because most of these dynasties, they always start off as the little engine that could. You think about the Patriots, how they started going against, at that time, the dynasty was the greatest show on turf.
Correct.
And I think that's what happens, and we draw everybody in, then people get fatigued, and they want to see somebody else come up. And ultimately what happens is the team, outsources itself, and people start cannibalizing each other and taking their coaches, and then a new team emerges.
And plus, if you look, Marcus, at your league right now, at the NBA right now, all the places where they've tried to add superstars together to the mix. I mean, the Lakers, they go out, they get Luka Doncic, they're out in the first round. The Sixers, every single year it feels like they add a superstar. They didn't even make the playoffs this year. The Suns put together a super team. They didn't make the play-in this year. So it feels like that formula in the NBA does not work. That, I think, is what's dead.
The difference between the NBA and the NFL, right? When you talk about the Patriots, you talk about Andy Reid's system. They can almost plug any player in there, right? Yeah. Then we talk about Bill Belichick. They were plugging any guys in their system. It's different in the NBA. Your others have to be good. When you talk about superstars in the league, they're not the most vocal guys. They're not the leaders. So you have to be